Hey guys, this is Sims and Wins, and today we are doing something special. We are beginning a Sims 4 Build a City challenge. I'll get into the details and the rules in a little bit, but right now we are making our founder. I decided to name him Thomas Richardson, just like the founder from the Sims 2 Build a City challenge. I'm currently trying to find some medieval clothes, something to kind of show that we are in the early stages of this challenge. No electricity, no indoor plumbing. So I'm trying to make kind of a rustic, old-fashioned dude here. And there he is. That's Thomas Richardson. We will be beginning in spring, and I am choosing the neighborhood that came with cottage living, Henford on Bagley. Henford on Bagley is what I went with. We're putting him in a lot, and we are beginning the challenge. Alright, so here we are in the lot. We are going to build him the very, very beginnings of a house, so just the bare minimum: a tent, a campfire, and then a tent, a campfire, somewhere to pee, a wooden bathtub. Theoretically, he's picking water from the lake and putting it in the bathtub. And that's basically it. We're going to reduce his funds to 0, so he starts with absolutely nothing, and we'll see where this goes. Here he is. This is our starter pack, the things that he is going to begin with. These seeds are going to start his garden, and he will expand his garden as he goes on. Alright guys, hi, this is Sims and Wins, and like I said in the intro, we are playing a Sims 4 Build a City challenge. I figured since apparently Sims 5 is on the horizon, and Sims 4 is a pretty fleshed out game now. I think everything that was worth coming out has come out, besides Infants. Infants coming next year will be interesting. I'm definitely waiting for that. But for the most part, the game is fleshed out, so it's time to start a Build a City challenge. So as you saw in the intro, I emptied out his money after buying bare minimum: a tent, a wooden bathtub, a campfire, and one of these bushes, and one of each of the starter gardening packs. Okay, so he can start gardening. And this is our founder. I named him also Thomas Richardson, after the founder of our Sims 2 Build a City challenge. So he looks a little different. He wasn't modeled to look like Thomas Richardson, but I just took the name. So he's going to be making money fishing and gardening. And there are a couple of rules to the Sims 4 Build a City challenge that I have made for myself. So I will get into the rules in a second. I'll probably cut the video. Hello from the future. This is the part in the video where we do a quick jump cut, and I show you the rules of, what is this? Go away. The rules of the Sims 2 Build a City challenge. So I've written some rules here. I'm going to write more as I go along because I haven't figured out exactly how I want to do this. But let's go through them. If you choose to go through a generational timeline, certain things can't be unlocked. That's what I'm doing. I'm kind of playing through it historically. So right now we're in like Middle Ages. Okay, so there's no, running water, electricity, things like that. And I specified the Middle Ages here. When I decide what is the next period, and those specifications, I'll write that when I get to it and think of it. But for now, we're in the Middle Ages. We will stay in the Middle Ages for 2 generations. When a sim from the 2nd generation is dead, then we will move on. So it's kind of slow. It's slow building, okay? We'll play with lifespan set to short or normal. I'm playing with normal. Play each family rotation for 1 sim week, and have progression off, of course. The exception is if there's a pregnant sim, because in Sims 4, if you're playing another family, the pregnancy continues. And in the non-active family, and like the game will have a baby and give it a random name, I don't want that. So if a sim is pregnant and I have to end the sim week, I'll either end it early to avoid that, or I'll wait until the baby's born and then go switch families. You can add whatever extra traits you want to with, like, I know there's online resources for that. If you want to do that to roleplay, you can. I don't have anything that came after my wedding stories. Like I did not buy my wedding stories, and anything after that I don't have. I didn't really think my wedding stories was that great. High school, I don't see the appeal right now, at least at this point in the game. So if you have extra expansion packs, use your imagination to incorporate it somehow. The ways to unlock Create a Sim Sims. Completing a skill to the max level for the first time, only once per skill. So the first time someone maxes the fishing skill is the time you can create a sim, an extra sim. The second time someone else completes the fishing skill, you can't do that again. It's only once per skill. Adding and fully paying for functional community lots in the game. Functional, the definition of functional, maybe I should just omit that word. When you pay for a community lot, you can unlock a Create a Sim, okay? Because it can be a park. If you paid for it, you can unlock a sim. The funds for building, of course, must come from the Sims through taxes, the way I've been doing in my Sims 2 Build a City Challenge. Adding or unlocking a world lets you create 5 Create a Sims. Completing a career for the first time unlocks 1 sim. We don't have careers yet because in the Middle Ages, these people are not working. They're just farming or fishing. You may have as many babies as you want to help populate. The start conditions I ignored. I decided to start with 1 founder. But you can feel free to start with more families if you want with a randomizer. So in the Middle Ages, so here I specified the conditions of the Middle Ages for the next 2 generations. No indoor plumbing, electricity, it's off the grid. You pick a world and you stick with it until you unlock a new world. So we don't have an official job, so the only way to acquire money is fruits, vegetables, and other farm items. You can't sell items from the inventory. The ingredients in your meals must all be provided by you. Art supplies are expensive and your Sims are illiterate, so you cannot make money in this age with painting or writing books. Gardening, fishing, handiness, flower arranging, knitting, and cross-stitching are allowed, provided the items are not sold via the inventory or buy mode. There are some things I might make an exception for, because I think either the knitting stuff you can sell on, what's that called? Nifty? I think it's called. I don't remember what it's called. And we're going to just pretend that that's a market. That's not online. Okay. Cross-stitching, I think you can only sell from the inventory. I don't think there's any other option besides unless you open a business. We'll see. I might make an exception for that. Once a child becomes a teenager, they must be married or promised to another in the neighborhood. I explained that already. I will be marrying off teenagers. Teenagers will be getting pregnant. I have a mod for that. Is there anything else? I don't think so. So, that's the end of my jump cut, and now we're going to go back to the past. Show my Google Doc rules and like do a voiceover with the rules, but I'm also playing with some mods. So I'm playing with MCC and the Woohoo mod, and that is because when a child becomes a teenager in this stage of the game, in this early Middle Ages, probably pre-Middle Ages stage, we are going to be marrying off teenagers, and teenagers can get pregnant. So that's why I installed that mod. Teenagers can have romantic relationships with adults or young adults. That's really the biggest reason why I installed the mod, so that we can kind of really get into the fact that this is like, we're starting old, okay? And I've got him in the neighborhood that came with cottage living. I forget what it's called. But yeah, I'm just having him garden, and we also need to find a mate. So we need to find a townie mate, edit her up a little bit, and get him to start having a family. But first he needs to make some money. Also another rule, I'll probably say this when I read through the rules, but another rule is he can't sell things from his inventory. He has to physically go, oh, the fish are too hard, keep trying. He has to physically go to the market stall that they have in the community, that community lot with the market stall where you can buy gardening things. He has to sell his wares, his fish, his things. He has to sell them there. You can't sell them from the inventory. It's a little cheaty. It's easy to get rich that way, so he has to physically go and sell them at the market. Besides that, oh, he caught a goldfish. Let's start playing. I'll let you know when we make some progress. It's also worth noting that I am playing with simple living, that lot trait, so that anything he eats, it has to be something that he has ingredients for. But I noticed that this campfire, I have to get a new campfire. It doesn't let him roast the fish. I could have sworn you could roast the fish that you catch. It's not letting him roast any, and I'm wondering if I've just got like the wrong kind. All right, so he's just gonna have to have a grill. Can he roast fish on the grill? He's got to be able to grill fish, right? There we go, fish on a stick. Okay, that's what we're going to have to do. I must be remembering correctly. I could have sworn that when you have fish in your inventory, you can eat the fish at the fire pit. Maybe it was Sims 3 that I'm remembering, Sims 2. I don't remember. But now he can eat the fish in his inventory because he can't eat anything else because he has no other food. All right, so let me just keep playing. All right, so he has harvested his first parsley. And let me see, does anything need anything? No. Okay, so he's got some parsley, some things. I'm going to take him to the town just because his social need is low. We need to also get a mate. We need to start making a family as soon as possible because the wife can take care of the garden while he fishes all day. She could do some of the cooking. I'm also going to delete all these lots here. Like the residents who live here, I'm going to sit and delete them. I just wanted to get into the game as soon as possible. But all of these will be deleted. And just like we did in the Sims 2 Build a City Challenge, we're going to use the money from the town. So money that the Sims make, we'll take it from them and build up the community with that money. There will be no community lots that were not paid for by the Sims. So of course, since we only have one Sim, we can't really have a community lot yet. There's another mod that I have that makes the businesses, the retail lots, easier to manage because they're so like ridiculous in Sims 4. You can't make any money in the retail lots. So I have one of those so that people can make businesses and get rich, hopefully, when we have Sims that produce things anyway. So he's going to sell his first produce here. Okay. Let's sell all this just for a couple pennies, but actually let's not sell the bananas. They might be, let's not sell the apple either. That's going to be useful for food at some point. All right, that's all he's got. 62. Let's try to find a mate. All right, so I've got him flirting with Kim Goldblum here, the girl who runs, the NPC who runs the market stall here. And it was going well, now it's not going so well. So let's hope it gets a little better. We can get her to be our wife and just start making a family ASAP. I'll change her look a little bit, just her clothes and stuff. Yeah, so let's hope that this goes a little better than it is.
Oh, Nahara.
Yipsy. Roshba Yuna, Wobe, Ayamo,
Quimba.
Gahish.
Oh, Nubu. Oh, Scoofa. Oh. 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 A beaver's apple. A berry.
Hey guys, so as you've seen in the clips, we've got a little bit of a house going, a garden in the back, and an outhouse for the bathroom. They made all this money with fishing. Fishing has been very good for this family. We've got a little kitchen set up here. I can't put an oven yet because it's off the grid. They don't have power. And the same things that you can cook on the grill, you can cook on the off the grid oven. So it's not really, there's no point in getting the oven. I did decide that I'm going to get them a little chicken booth though. I think that will be very helpful to get them some meat, some eggs, and something else to do because all he's been doing is fishing. All she's been doing is gardening and taking care of the little twins we have here, and she's pregnant again. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. So, the little twins have aged up into toddlers. We are going to randomize the traits. So, Caroline is inquisitive and Genevieve is independent. Good rolls. Okay. So, we are going to fix up the toddlers because we can't have them walking around like that. And I can probably buy them a toy or two because we do have some money from fishing and gardening. We've got 2 hens in the chicken coop, and everything is going wonderfully. All right, guys, so I think that's a wrap for today's episode. We accomplished a lot in the first episode of our Sims to Build a City Challenge, more than we accomplished in the first episodes of our Sims 2 Build a City Challenge. So we've got a founder, he's got a wife, and he's got twins, and she's pregnant again. We have a house. Okay, we managed to get a house. I think Sims 4 is much easier than Sims 2, honestly. We've got a little house, some furniture that they paid for with their gardening. Selling fish and plants. They've got a little outhouse in the back with the bathroom. Now, one thing we have to sort out is, now you can't see because my face is in the way and I can't move myself, but our friend founder, Thomas Richardson here, has maxed the fishing skill, which means that we can make a new sim and add it into the neighborhood. So tell me in the comments, who do you think we should put in? Should we put in one of our legacy sims from our Sims 2 Build the City Challenge? Should I make an Oakstead? Should I make a brand new sim? Should it be male? Should it be female? Should the sim come and live in this house with them until they get on their 2 feet? Should the sim go start on a new lot elsewhere by him or herself? What do you think? Leave some baby names in the comments for the next baby because she's having another baby, guys, okay? What else? That is it. So I hope you guys have a great day or night or whatever it is in your part of the world. Take care and bye bye.